Hi guys, welcome back to the Be Crafty YouTube channel and another Freehand Friday. I've got a little idea of what we're going to do today, so let's get started and see how it goes. Okay, so I thought, with it being February, it would be fun to do a sort of heart theme, but we're going to keep it really loose and watercolory and pretty and that sort of thing. So what I've done is I have put some gesso onto this page, and then I have made a little frame with some stencil tape. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put on just a light sort of covering of water on here. Now, in fairness, if this does bleed under the tape, it doesn't matter that much. I just want a bit of a light frame. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to use some Dilutions paint, and I'm going to go with the bubblegum pink. And we're going to put that just in a couple of different areas, and you'll see how the water really helps it travel. It's such a good paint for that, and that's one of the reasons I really like to use it. Okay, and then I'm going to go on with a little Blue Lagoon, and again I'm going to add a bit of water to that and try and get it to maybe blend a little over here. Now for this bit, I am going to give it a little heat set because I want to add some yellow in as well, but I want it to be yellow and I don't want it to merge with this sort of purpley colour and create something muddy, or the blues and create a green. So I'm just going to start to heat set that a little. Obviously you could wait for it to dry if you had the time, whatever. We're just going to quickly do that. And that's enough. I don't need for it to be perfectly dry, really. What I do want, though, is to make sure that my brush is quite clean. And I did actually get clean water before this Freehand Friday, I know, which is a big deal for me. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of my yellow. I'm going to just put it in a couple of different areas here. Then go back on with the lid. I'm just going to water that out a little. Maybe make it. And then I'm going to come back in with my heat tool. Okay, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll dry this off and then I'll come back to you once it's done. Okay, I wanted to come back with you for this bit because I think I have had quite a bit go underneath, because I did add quite a lot of water. So I didn't want it to look like I faked it off the camera. So I'm going to lift that off. Now, in fairness, I actually love this. I'm going to keep heating while I talk to you. I actually love this because it's given this sort of two-dimension of colour. And for example, where the yellows come under the tape here, it's gone higher up than the blue. So we've still got a really sort of cool frame. So I'm actually kind of loving it, and I do still sort of love it when things like that happen when I'm art journaling, especially when I'm doing freehand things as well. I think it just gives it a really, I don't know, sort of really fun, organic way of doing things, which I very much like. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. Okay, and then we're going to let that just dry off just a little bit. Now, I did buy in a discount store, Patternland if you're in the UK, but I'm sure other discount stores, and it's a gold acrylic paint marker. I do have a gold Sharpie somewhere, but I can't find it. So I have got one of these, so I'm just going to prime that up, and I'm hoping it's going to be quite a vivid gold. Here we go. Coming through now, because I think if we can just sort of go along here, it's going to give it a sort of, you know, like a natural crystal rock sort of look. Okay, and then I'm going to add just some freehand elements in the top corner. I promise the heart theme is coming. I'm going to add some more down here. Okay, and then we'll add some little freehand, Bev's favourite sort of hearts down here. Okay, and then we'll leave that top corner free. Now I'm hoping, I'm actually just going to give this another dry with a heat tool, I think. Because I am asking a lot to go over it with a fine liner, and I always do this when it hasn't had enough time to dry. But, you know, at least I'm consistent. You know, that's that's one thing to take from it. You can see, you know, you have got a bit of a shimmer with that gold marker, which is quite cool. Okay, so I'm going to take a gold fine liner, and we're going to draw a loose line is probably a better word than a rough one. A loose line frame around this, and then I'm going to go with a rule of 3, so I'm going to do a third line here. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in my favourite collaging book. This is an old book I got from a charity shop. It's a Shakespeare's Complete Works of Shakespeare book. And in here, similar to the 3 lines I've just done there, I'm going to draw 3 hearts. Now you don't need to worry about being too neat with these. It really doesn't matter. We just want to make sure we can fit a few. And I'm doing this on the sonnets page of my Complete Works of Shakespeare. So I'm going to continue with these and then cut them out, and I'll be back to you in just a minute. Okay, so I've got those all cut out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick them on using my Distress Collage Matte Medium. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them, I am just sticking them in the middle, in the hope that the sides will just stick up just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of texture. Okay. So we'll put that on there. Your matte medium is such a good thing. I do remember like not knowing what it was, and basically if you haven't used it before, it's just a really, really good adhesive, but it dries completely matte. So it's great for layering up collage and things like that, and you can brush it on. It's really, really cool. Have a go, or check out some of our other videos here on YouTube in the art journaling section, because we'll probably use it on every single one. Okay, so I'm going to take my fine liner again, and I'm going to write, in the scrolliest, Sam will be appalled because my handwriting's terrible compared to hers. So we're going to go, and we're going to write love. Okay. And then, so that's just sort of like a sketch out sort of a number. I'm going to go in with a black acrylic paint marker that I probably should have primed a little bit better, but here we are. Or of course you could do this freehand with your paint, or you could just hope your marker would work. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around this. There's my gold. Just highlighting a few areas, to be honest. I did a few too many on the L. And I'm going to give that another quick waft with my heat tool. I'm going to see if I can get my black paint marker to work again, or if I've got something else. I've got this big sort of Sharpie looking dude here. Oh yeah. will do very nicely. Okay, so then we're going to give that another quick whiff with our heat tool, because I now want to go in with my white Posca. There was no way I was getting out of here without using my white Posca. Okay, so we're going to add in some little elements down here. We're going to add some dots to our hearts, maybe some little dots to our letters. Some more of our art journaling hearts up here. Little spiral. And then and some little dots here. Now what I am going to do is I am just going to take my fine liner, sorry, and I'm just going to box off the ends of those letters. I just think it neatens them up slightly, and gives it more of a finished sort of look, like where it's a little bit more rustic. You just sort of take that element off. Like I say, I planned something with actually quite a bit more white space left over, but that hasn't worked out for me at all. So I'm just gonna add in a little bit of white back into here. But I always like to finish videos and projects that haven't gone necessarily the way I thought they would, because I think it's really important. Because when I'm art journaling just for myself, I always finish the projects that don't go how I thought they would, because I like them. A lot of the time I like them more. So we're just going to do that and give it a little bit of a shadow. I honestly, I need to stop, because I will just mess with this forever, I think, because I'm loving all the little doodles. So have a little bit of fun. Use your book pages for freehand drawing shapes and things like that on, to add to your pages, because I think it really, really does give something. I think I might add a white line around the edge of this box and a few more little touches, and then that will be done. But thank you so much, and make sure to share any of your Freehand Friday projects in the Be Crafty Stamps group on Facebook. Thank you, everybody. Bye.